Pray first, or you want me to pray?
You can pray, see.
All right. God, we just thank you so much for your love, for your peace, for your guidance. God, we pray right now that you fill our mouths with your words, God, that we will be the example and edify and help the people that you've called us to help. Lord, we pray that those who have ears, let them hear what the Spirit of the Lord is saying through us, through our marriage, and through our love life. And we just thank you. We bless your name, God. We praise you. I thank you for my husband. Thank you for our marriage. I thank you for our friendship, our relationship. And I thank you for our children and our family. And we just bless you, Lord. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Thank you. Amen. Bless this live, God. Okay.
Amen.
So,
Let's crack
happy
it.
Monday.
We tried to make it about 9-ish.
9:30. This is what we
9:30.
said, right?
Right.
All right,
Or did we
Sunny.
say 9?
I don't know. I think we said 9:30, I thought.
Okay.
All right, so I'm that my fault, y'all. I'm doing my Sunny boy's hair right now. Well, I'm parting his hair so that when I get done with the live, I can just braid it up because he'll probably be
I
crying.
wanted beads too, though.
You want beads too?
Yeah.
All right, you could get beads. Turn.
Okay.
All right. So babe,
Yeah.
one of the things that I wanted to talk about today. So we believe that no matter what stage in marriage that you're in, that somebody can learn something from you. Something that you might say may be a blessing to that person in their relationship, in their marriage. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about today with my husband is about assignments from God,
Okay.
right? So how do you deal with the assignment that God has given to your spouse, or a word that God has given to your spouse that you may not 100% agree with, but you know, like their relationship with God? And so how would you feel about something that you don't fully understand, but your spouse has a word from God?
Well, as a man of God, I seek my direction and my clarity and my steps ordered from Elohim. So, just for context, that's one of the beautiful things that I love about you is your relationship with God, and that you don't go off of your own understanding. And so, if you were to get an assignment or a word from God that I was confused about or maybe didn't sit well with me, I would first, before passing any judgment or speaking negative about the situation, I would first pray about it myself
That's good.
and ask God to give me some type of
Yeah.
confirmation and clarity on what that looks like for you. And sometimes it might not be for me to get the clarity and understanding.
That's good.
And so I have to be faithful at that point that you are walking in line with God, and I take into account all the history and past experiences that we've had, and how your intuition and faithfulness has saved us or put us on
Informed.
point
Definitely
previous
informed.
situations. So yeah, I would lean heavily on that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I could see
personally.
that.
Yeah, personally.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you think that's a struggle for
Marriages?
marriages? Is for
I do. I do believe so.
Mommy?
And yes, baby.
Excuse me.
Yes, honey.
Can you do 5 braids?
It's probably gonna be a couple more than 5,
How many?
like 6 or 7.
Oh.
But yeah, I do believe that that is an issue in relationships and in marriage. I believe that because sometimes you may not understand. Like there are sometimes that you could be like, God said this and God said that, and then it's just like, ooh, you know, that's tough because sometimes it could be pertaining to financials. Sometimes it can be pertaining to just opening your door for someone. Just, you know, it could be pertaining to so many things that your spouse may not 100% agree with. And I think that that could be a struggle for people just off of the strength of it wasn't given to you. So, but I do believe though that if you trust in the relationship that your spouse has with God, I think that I feel that that could definitely make it a lot easier. I think that can make it um be careful.
Oh, it
You
hurt.
you pulling though, you pulling away when you do that. But yeah, that's just my thought process. I definitely believe that it can be tough because just off the strength it wasn't given to that person and God, but I do also feel like God will give the confirmation. So going into prayer is definitely something that as the spouse that didn't get the receiving word definitely will have to do, because that's the same way as just like Mary, you know, how God spoke to her husband like, you know, nothing happened, you know, this is a spiritual thing, this is a God thing, you know, versus, you know, just him going off his own understanding, you know, in regards to it. So
I agree.
yeah,
I agree. That's a good
example, right?
example. Right?
But it could be hard, and I mean, and it was hard for him when he first, you know, heard about that situation.
I haven't read about that part in the Bible yet, so
Oh,
I'm just,
right, okay.
just going off of what you're saying, but I can definitely see how that could be difficult.
Yeah.
And but I feel like if you're aligned with God the way that some of these men in the past were, then just to see like glimpses and see how just the history on how like blind faithfulness looks like
Mm,
is it's just a different type of walk
yes.
that I think most people are really used to seeing.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot what's missing in a lot of the leaders
Mm,
in religion. I'm not going to say a specific religion.
right.
I'm just going to say just in religion in general, that blind faithfulness
Mm, that's good. I
that
agree.
that I feel like God
Is
is
required.
requiring us to walk with. So
Yeah.
we need examples of what that looks like, and I don't feel like we have a lot of examples of what that looks like.
Yeah, I could see that.
So, but yeah,
But that was my question.
that's good. That's good.
So I just wanted to see what you think about that, because I know there's been times like, especially like when we were going through like our financial struggle,
Yeah.
like when God was putting on my heart to help people throughout that situation, it was like, are you sure? You know, so just, and then it's just also, it shows the level of like trust and respect that your spouse has for you, that to the point to where they will be able to see God through your actions, and you know, trust that God is actually speaking to you. I think that speaks a lot to the marriage and the relationship as well.
That's good. That's good. I got a question.
Oh,
How long do you think a woman or male in their 30s, late 30s, do you think it's do you think it should be a urgency to get married, or do you think they should continue to date as if they were, younger, I should say, as far as like in the, no kids,
ow.
Sorry.
in college, with that more so with that type of mentality, or do you think they should date with the more of a urgency on marriage mentality?
I think that I think you should go into the relationship, any relationship, with a destination in mind
But
as
when
to
you're-
where the relationship is going. But I also feel like in dating,
Oh.
date them, date them all if you have to,
because
and
I guess
be
maybe
courted. And I mean, from my perspective,
maybe more context is when you're younger in college, no kids, you don't really have marriage on your mind.
but you
When
should
you're
have
dating.
marriage on your mind when you're dating. And
Did you have marriage on your mind when you were dating? Danielle?
I mean, always feel like I was a wife.
No, I'm saying, did you
So-
date with the intentions of this guy that I'm meeting is going to be my husband?
For the most part, yeah, I did.
Okay.
I mean, for the most part, I wasn't like like I said, I always, felt like a wife. So
Okay.
I did, but then but now after going through those relationships
Right.
and then realizing like this ain't it,
Right.
I started to feel like, I'm not trying to do that. I'm not
Right.
trying to date nobody. Sonny, you can go ahead for now. I'll call you back in here when I'm ready for you.
What's up, Bugger?
You can go for now.
Okay.
And so I coming back around, I was like, I'm just gonna date multiple guys. I'm not just gonna.
What?
Okay, take it to the room, honey. We're doing the video.
Okay, I'm gonna look at it after I get done talking.
And so I was like, look, I ain't even trying to have no boyfriend. I ain't trying to do none of that.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was just kind of over it, to be honest. But I did
That's
date.
what she told me, y'all.
But I did date a couple different guys during that time frame to just start seeing what I liked,
Right.
to see who was pursuing me and playing, and who was pursuing me and was for real.
Okay.
I think that I feel like in being young, I think that you had that puppy love and you just think that y'all gonna be together forever, and you don't think that y'all gonna ever separate.
Right.
You always feel like this is it. This is it.
I think women maybe feel that way.
Well, maybe.
I don't think men at that age
Feel that way.
feel that
I'm
way.
talking about the women though.
Right,
I'm
right.
speaking for myself.
Right,
And so I feel like for us, we don't date. We just go straight into a relationship with a guy. And dating is not sex. And that's where I think a lot of people mess that fine line up, is because they think if we're dating, if we're exclusively dating, then we screwing.
Right.
And that's not 100% it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's just my thought process.
I agree.
But I do feel like as women, especially young girls, they should date. I think that at 35, that I should date to really know. Well, if you date when you're younger, then you'll be ready for that. You'll be ready for marriage at 35.
Right.
You'll be ready for marriage. You'll know what type of man that you want. You'll know you would have experienced different men to be able to say, like, if somebody comes to you, you can be like, he playing. Oh no, that one, he just, trying to get the, here. And then it's, you know what I'm saying? So you get to wean out the people who are really, the men who are really there for you, and the ones who are just, trying to get to know you real quick and be going about their business.
Okay.
So
What do you say
at
to
35, you'll be more,
I get that.
equipped and prepared for that. Because I feel like me, in my experience, dating during that time frame allowed me to be able to kind of see who playing and who not.
Right.
Who really trying to get to know me and who really, And that's the thing. People are not really trying to get to know you. Like on that deep level. They ain't trying to get to know you for real.
And do you think the fact that you didn't have that level of expectation of marriage, that it was easier for you to date and navigate the dating scene?
And it was easy for me to be like, blah.
Instead of you trying to
hang on to one
make
person.
something out of nothing.
Right. And so you got this person who is obsessed with you, but not in a healthy way.
Right,
Then
right.
you got this person that's a liar. Then you got this person that's, you know what I'm
Might
saying?
be
So,
everything you want, but he married.
right, exactly, exactly. Because I've experienced, so it's been all those different scenarios, and it's just like, dang, like, yeah, the dating scene is trash.
Yeah.
It can really be trash.
No, for sure.
But, I thank God for my experience because it led me to you.
That's
I
what's
was
up.
I was not I was just over it though.
No, I feel you.
I was over it.
So, what do you say to the male or female who has experienced the dating scene, who has been married, things didn't work out, and now they're back on the scene and
Mm.
they want a fulfilling partner?
Mm.
Where do you start?
I feel like first just dating for one, but I feel like also I feel like healing first.
Right.
Healing is first. As long as you're like on that pathway to healing, staying focused on yourself, learning yourself, loving yourself, getting comfortable being single and alone. I think the first thing that you gotta
Is learn to love yourself.
you gotta learn to love yourself. And a lot of people don't know,
Fall in love
like,
with
yeah,
yourself.
people don't really know what that looks like, but
Yeah.
it looks like being able to be alone
Right.
and be okay.
Right.
That's what that looks that's what that looks like.
Right,
Because
right.
it's like a lot of times we're so busy with this person, that person, work, this, that, like you're not comfortable being alone.
Right.
And that's a lot of the reason why people end up in relationships over and over and over and over
Right.
that are not beneficial to them
Right.
because they haven't learned to be content with being alone.
I feel that. I think that's the key.
So that's gonna be the first thing: learning to fall in love with yourself, being okay with being alone, understanding who you are, learning things about yourself that you didn't even realize, falling back in love with those things that are inside of you that is just natural to you because you lose a lot of things in a relationship that's not meant for you. You lose a lot of things that God has placed within you, and you start taking on things that is not meant for you. And if you're not careful, you will embody those things, and that's who you that then you start to become that.
Right.
But yeah, so that would be the first. That would be the
That's
first
good.
thing.
That's good.
What's y'all zodiac sign? How did you guys meet? Story time.
You want to give them a quick, or did you want to lean?
Yeah, that would be my first thing. Is like falling in love with yourself and learning how to just be content being alone. I think those would be the first two things. And then after that, just really building that spiritual relationship with God and just getting stronger and focusing more on that. And then getting into that dating space. Yeah. Because you're a lot stronger, you're more healed, you know what I'm saying? It's all those different things.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great answer.
We're gonna answer your question shortly.
That's pretty much answers my question, I guess. Just where do you start? And that's a great starting place is with yourself.
Yeah, I think that's the best place to start. And it'll show you true growth within yourself because you'll start learning things about yourself. God will start speaking to you about who you are, the things that He has for you, the aspirations and desires and different things like that.
I think the alone piece is big because a lot of people, I don't think, really know how to be alone.
Yeah, no, they don't. They don't. And they just feel like they gotta be with somebody or be around somebody. And it's like some people I can't remember what song that was that I think it was Lil Wayne, where he talked about the girl that she'd rather, or maybe it was T.I., I don't know. But he was basically saying like you rather have fake love than to really feel love. You know what I'm saying? And it's like there are so many people who is in that boat that don't know how to love themselves or receive love, and they rather be around fake love than than staying alone and looking for the real thing, or
For sure.
looking for somebody who really appreciates them and love them for who they are. But
Okay, we'll answer some questions. That's good.
so I'm a I will be considered a Virgo, and then
I guess
Scorpio.
Scorpio.
Yeah, so that's what
But we don't really
we don't really like indulge
lean
as
into
much
that or
into
read about it or
into the zodiac signs as far as like reading.
I feel with the zodiac signs that I guess this is
I don't really know much about it, so I don't really.
I guess this is on topic with marriage and dating and relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So with the zodiac signs, I just feel like it's God has created people, us, and He's a God of order,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not weird or just a wild thought that God would strategically, people that are born around these times are going to act a certain type of way
Mm-hmm.
and have certain type of personality traits that are similar.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like that is more so God's order than it is zodiac signs.
That makes sense. I like that. Yeah, I don't really know much about them. I don't really. I used to read. I used to read my zodiac sign a lot though, when I was younger. And I think that a lot of the things that I did when I was younger is just directly from God.
Yeah.
I never followed like trends. I never.
Oh, he's like that because he's this.
Yeah.
Because he's
So
this
yeah,
sign or none of that.
but I did feel that way when I first met you.
I feel like you did put me in like a zodiac.
I did because I was traumatized.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I was definitely like,
Oh wait.
oh wait, hold. You said you a what? Oh no, baby, I don't know about all that. Oh no.
And we do. Me and her ex do have similar traits,
A lot
right?
of similar traits, but
But I was raised differently, so my traits come out differently
mm-hmm.
than how his traits come out.
Mm-hmm.
So not to, I don't want to,
Yeah, I mean,
say throw anybody under the bus or anything like that.
Right.
So
No, it's just
probably
different.
the best way to word
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. We're raised and experienced differently.
Yes, right.
So our experiences are very different.
For sure. But they both come from married homes.
Right.
And so that was something that I didn't have the experience of, but I've just been a firm believer in love. So that's just.
But you've always, I've felt, had a father figure.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah, for sure.
Not that they weren't necessarily in your home.
Right.
But you definitely had strong men that were able to guide you for sure.
They said make them a moderator. You gotta come back a couple times. Come back a couple times, then we got you. We got you. No, we appreciate you. But their other question was, how did we meet? We're from the same town.
Correct.
We went to we hung around kind of pretty much the same crowd.
Same high school.
Same high school. We did not know each other.
Well, she didn't know me.
We didn't know each other.
Well,
you didn't know me either.
Know her, but
you knew of me, but you didn't know me.
No,
you didn't know me. So we did not know each other, but we hung around like a lot of the same crowds and stuff. And but we met on Facebook. He knew my brother. Mm-hmm. He knew of me. And
I knew her best friend.
Yeah, so it was just so many people that were connected. That we, even when we found out, like when we actually like started dating, and we learned so much about each other, and we started to get people, we started to realize so many connections that we had. Like my aunt knew him, was super close with him. They went to the same church.
She was like mine.
You guys are definitely a match. that God puts together. He's
Aw.
such an awesome matchmaker. Oh, thank you.
You ain't
We
lying.
appreciate that. No, we really are though.
And God is
And
a
God,
great author. For
yes,
sure.
he definitely orchestrated our marriage, and he really, I really believe that marriage is our ministry. As a couple, and God has put us through the experiences that he has put us through, and allowed us to be able to be an example for sure. Um,
And just the way that we have the experiences that we went through with our exes, I felt like perfectly prepared us for
For
one
sure.
another.
for sure.
So it's just, yeah, it was very,
Divine.
very divine.
Yeah. No, no, really, it really, it really is.
Yeah.
And it's really favor.
Yeah.
So
One more question,
okay.
and then we'll wrap this thing up.
Okay, one more question, and then we're gonna be wrapping it up. My eyes
Three
getting
questions.
heavy, and I
Yeah,
still got.
we'll do that. 3 questions, and then
Okay.
we'll try to keep it at that. Then we'll answer some, in between. Then we'll get up out of there.
Okay, that's cool.
That's a good order for
I'm
me.
with that.
Three big ones. So my other question would be: do you start to go places? So coming from the perspective of what?
Oh, I was reading a comment. It said, "Girl, he still stares at you. You good when God hook you up, and you all go to wait. You go all the way and embrace the man he hooks you up with. Perfect. No, for sure.
That's my baby. So I'm still, and coming from probably some more context, coming from the experiences that I've come from. I had kids very early on. I had them at 16 and 17, both my sons. I had a daughter. Uh, rough teenage upbringing. And so to come from that type of baggage and background, to be blessed with a woman of this caliber is very much a gift from God. And I don't look at it as anything less. And I might have moments to where it's rocky. And she might think like, oh, well, this nigga is, But I don't ever want her to think I lose sight of that perspective of her or that reverence of her. So you're very accurate when it comes to the love and the cherishment will never stop. From my perspective, because I'm still, I don't know what I did to deserve it, but I don't take it for granted.
Yeah. Thank you, baby.
Yeah. So coming back
That was nice.
to my other question. Yeah, you're welcome. Coming back to my other question. So from that same question, so where do you go to look?
For dates?
Or do you just let God?
Oh no.
Or do you date? You just find men random in the grocery stores and
okay,
gas
so I'm gonna
stations,
give.
or do you go intentionally to go to
No,
certain places?
no, it's nothing intentional. I
Like
don't
church
think,
or
I don't know.
Bible studies or
I think that
workplace.
I think you just kind of run into people who are interested in you, and you just give them the time.
You just let God.
You just let God bring the people around. And the thing about it is that you don't go for what you would typically go for. You allow.
Like what? Like scenario? Like
so it's like, okay, I like dating older guys that are much older than me. I'm like, I didn't have a preference. I just was like, okay, I don't care if you're younger or not younger than me, but like I don't care if you're like 30 and I'm 30.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but typically
so
I
you
would date
a guy younger than you.
No.
Why?
No.
Why?
Yeah. Give me a quick second.
Yeah, that was a. So we've only been dating. I'm sorry, we've only been married for going on 5 years, and we only spent a short time dating, and so every day I'm learning something new about my wife. It's a beautiful thing, and some people might feel like we got married pretty quickly, and some others probably got married a lot quicker than we did, and still are in fulfilling and lasting relationships. So I don't feel like that really matters, but I just gave a little context to kind of show you that. I feel like every day you should still be trying to understand your partner, learning your partner, asking questions, just yeah, getting to know more about her past, who she was, he or she was, to kind of see, just what they've been through. To kind of give you just more context about the person. You respect the person better. You just get just a deeper understanding about who you with. That's why I feel like getting to know each other every day, asking questions, and exploring and doing things like that is important. So
Right.
I just let them know that I'm still learning things about you every day. Things that I didn't know, things I'm like, whoa, that happened, or you felt that way, or so yeah.
Um, but yeah, so I wouldn't date anyone, someone younger than me. I just think that it takes men a little longer to mature, and I'm just not.
With the game plan.
I'm just not with it. But no, we are from we're from Illinois, and so but yeah, it's for me, I just
well, specifically born in Chicago, raised in the north suburbs of Chicago.
yeah.
So that's where we're from.
Yeah.
I like to be specific because
Illinois is Illinois. That's where we're from.
But it's a lot of different
So they ain't gotta know all that.
cultures that are in Illinois. There is. You got rich. You got country. You got
Yeah, but it's we he's from Chicago. I'm from right outside of Chicago.
Chicagoland area though.
Yeah, Waukee. That's where I'm from.
Yeah. And so you say that don't go specifically to places to look for.
No, I don't think you should be, unless God, I mean, of course, instruction tells you to be at a place at a certain time. But a lot of times, though, you have to be able to like really listen to the Spirit of God, because there could be a time that He could say, wear a yellow dress or dress a certain way, or because, and then God can tell that person, God will tell your husband that your wife is going to wear a yellow dress today. And then you decided to be disobedient and wear orange. Now you done missed out on your husband.
Right.
Because
it works that way.
It works that way sometimes. But not really missed out, but now you gotta go, now you gotta
missed opportunity.
Go through, now you gotta kind of go through a little season, and then now it comes back around. God has a way of bringing things back around full circle. But yeah, so but I would definitely say not to like specifically go places if you're not 100% like instructed by God to do so. I think not intentionally looking at all, to be honest, and just allowing it to come to you, because when I really got fed up and I was like, yeah, I'm done. That's when my husband came, and I was like, look, because my first message to him was, I don't even live out there. Like, to be honest, I'm doing good, but I don't even live out there. But I had typed in the box, like, I don't live out there. I'm not really interested. I typed all that in the box, and then I deleted it all. Because he messaged me on Facebook, and we were not friends on Facebook, and he came directly into my inbox. And that's how I knew it was God, because I never even knew that there was another, I never even knew, like, before that there was a message thing. Request. So I had a request, message request box. If someone is not your friend they cannot actually inbox you. It'll be request. And his went directly to my inbox. And I was like, I'm like,
you see how God works?
he was and then there was this a spirit, the spirit of God was like on him. So it's like I don't know if I ever told you that, but there was like I don't know, it was just it was like a whoa. It was like I'll say I'm gonna just use like a glow, like as if it was like here's your
talk to me. You better talk to me.
So that's what it seemed like. And so meeting him for the first time was like the confirmation that he was my husband, that he was my person. And
That's good.
yeah. And so but yeah, anyways, I think that being 100% focused and not looking for it is what brings it. Yeah, what attracts it to you is not being so like, I need a husband, I need a man, I got this, I got this.
Like thirst trap.
Yeah, so I was dating, but it was like, it was so bad. But it allowed me to be able to really build the confidence to say no to men, to just really be like not waste too much time, where I know this not gonna work. Right. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to be like, I'm gonna give him another chance, I'm gonna go on another date with him. Now you show me the first time, I'm like, look, boop. I just felt like in past relationships, I have seen the red flags. I have seen the no, don't do that, or no, and I kept pursuing. Right. Trying to create something out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what a lot of us do, because we're just like, I'm going to give him another chance and see. Like, no, it's okay to really be like, yeah, no, you ain't the one. This ain't it. Yeah, and it's okay. And if it come back around, it come back around. But it's okay to set that boundary and set that standard. And that's another thing, like setting boundaries and standards and, when dating. And for sure. What are some
and typically a nigga's first impression should be their best impression.
Yeah, true.
So if the nigga showed up halfway, it's the first time to the door, then that's clear sign
that you gotta move around. This not it.
And let me speak to the men too. So why I felt like why I knew my wife was the one is because, the pursuit, because we all pursue, right? Men, yeah. Especially I feel like men that are really grounded in a career, kind of looking for stability. I kind of already had kids, so I'm looking for something more just mature, and so this is my mindset. In this dating mindset, I'm getting closer to my spirituality. I haven't been having sex for a while, so I'm kind of just really linked into just substance. And so, for the men that are into that phase, this is for that conversation, right? And so, when I saw my wife, it was already someone that I've already, in the past, already kind of like, she was. I always wondered what was up with her? Was she, what type of woman she was? Would she be on? And so that was my first, I guess, indicators. And then secondly, of course, was her beauty. Right, she's stopped traffic bad, right?
You're so stupid.
So we know that, right?
You silly.
And so, but typically, in my dating experiences, women that are of her caliber as far as beauty wise, aren't typically the nicest people. One, they kind of went through a lot of trauma. Two, and so not to be stereotypical, but it's like usually the most beautiful women had like the hardest time, you know. And so knowing that, it's like okay, I wonder what type of trauma she's endured. Because I know it's trauma attached. And so I'm just wondering what did that trauma did that like make a diamond? Did that like is she just out here like but another thing that really stood out to me was your social media was you weren't in bikinis, you weren't in like thirst trapping or it wasn't any of those type of indicators went off for me. Like I didn't see like women that was trying to catch a man. So that was big for me. I think a lot of women go wrong on that type of time because you attract the wrong type of men.
Right, right.
And the men that you're probably looking for aren't looking for that type of substance.
Right.
When they're going down your social media, they're looking for a woman that has a brain, that's thinking, that's in a career, that is motivated, ambitious. So many other things that we look for other than how big your ass is, excuse my language, or how pretty, all of those other things that you think we might be looking for.
Right, right.
And so with that in mind, I'm like, okay, I'm shooting my shot. I want to see where this goes. And so with that smile, it's just radiant, right? It just
You're so funny.
pops off. It shoots through pictures, through in person. It's like 10 times, like 10 times as bright. So the smile was the first thing that really, your eyes and smile was the first thing that really like, okay, yeah, I was wondering. Let me see where this goes. And the conversation was the first thing that was just like, okay, I can talk to you forever.
Yeah.
And so.
Same for me. Same conversation.
That led to where we're at now.
Yeah. Because it was like, I messaged, we talked for a little while. And I never went to his Facebook page or anything like that. We just talked for a while. And then like after I was just kind of like, yeah, but I don't live out there. It was just like he asked me something else. I think it was he asked me something else. I think it was like something like about getting to know me or something. And then we talked a little bit more, and I'm like, who is this guy? And then that's when I like went to his Facebook page, and that's when I started to look at pictures. But it was just like I said, like this thing that I could just see, like the spirit of God. It was just it was something different, and it was just like I knew that it was something there, and I was just like, okay. So we continued to talk. He asked for my number. I kind of like skipped over it. He asked my number. I skipped over it. We kept talking. We kept talking a little longer. I'm like, nah, you ain't ready for that yet, And so we talked a little bit more, and then I just was like, hey, okay, here's my number. Hit me up. And the conversation was good. And then we had our first date over FaceTime. And so it was just so many things that just separated what I was used to. And I appreciated the way that he pursued me and the way that he treated me, the way that he listened, and the way that he valued me. And then just the conversation. He really got to know me for me. And I think that was something that was really important because I feel like I always conformed to like whatever the man wanted and how they felt, and I feel like you allow me to be human. Like it's okay to have your own desires and aspirations. It's okay to still have some separation in relationship. It's okay to um have a bad day. It's okay to, so it's just like a lot of those things that allow me to just be human versus having to feel like I was wrong for having a different outlook on certain things, or so and you value my valued my opinion then and still do, but then it really just it meant a lot to me, and it's just like I feel like it's more so like you saw me as a person, you saw me, you really wanted to go deeper with me, and I feel like I don't think that many relationships have given me the depth that I've been looking for, or the depth that I
Likewise.
that I need or require. I feel like, I feel like it's just a part of me. So it's like everything has just from up until this point has just felt like so surface that it never even penetrated. Like I mean, like really, And so yeah, that's really it.
That's good. That's good. All right, let's finish up. Any more questions?
Okay.
One more question. We can get up out of here.
I was asked if we was from California. No, Illinois, and it says, and that is so true. You don't go for what you typically go for, but it has to be an attraction. Absolutely, I like tall men, and so you're telling me to go get a short man? That's a problem. But I see. That's why I'm single. No, that's not what I'm saying. OMG, is he playing in your hair? You're super blessed. Yes, it feels so good too. So beautiful. Thank you. No, we really appreciate it. But no, I'm not saying go get nobody single because I'm not dating a single guy. I mean, short guy.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not dating a short guy.
Definitely get somebody single. Definitely get somebody single.
Definitely get somebody single, but
the short and tall thing though.
I'm not saying like that. I'm saying like I had a preference like older guys, and and my husband is literally 1 year older than I am. And so it's like,
and we talking about like preference like more so
just like shallow things, because
skin tone.
Yeah, right. Light skin. I usually go for light skin guys, and usually more more athletic.
Yeah.
But my husband is very athletic, anyways. But but it's just like I usually go for like dark skin guy. I mean light skin guys. I usually go for
no kids.
Yeah, like people with men with no kids, and
I mean, I feel like if you are, that's what I'm saying. If you have
because I had children,
has one child,
but because I had
throw
children
them out the window, I don't think that's like a deal breaker for me.
I feel like it was. I felt like it was a deal breaker for me only because I didn't have children.
Right.
At the time that I was dating 4 men with no children.
Right.
Because I didn't have kids. Right. And I didn't want to feel like a stepmom.
Yeah.
When I didn't even know what it felt like to be a mom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then I'm just, that wasn't for me.
No, I get that.
So I had the preference, and I just kind of feel like until I wanted to do things, travel, and I was in school, I just had so much stuff going on. I used to hang out a lot. I didn't want to be like,
Yeah, but they get shallow. Like he gotta have locks and.
Oh yeah. I mean, no.
Gotta drive a certain car.
Yeah, see, all that stuff. I think it's
just. You gotta put all that stuff.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So yeah, but no, I ain't talking about getting nobody short, because I definitely have had short guys, and I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry, baby. I just can't do it.
No, we're not telling you not to be attracted to who you with.
Right. That's because we definitely have physical attraction. There was physical attraction, and there was also just chemistry.
But that shouldn't be the bottom line though.
Right. Their looks shouldn't be What?
Are we allowed to get McDonald's fries? Because Papa Qua asked if he wanted us to.
Yeah, no. No, right?
Mm.
No, it's no.
Okay.
Wendy's or Burger King, y'all can have those. It's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, and definitely you want to have some attraction. If there is, and we were celibate, abstinent, celibate. We were celibate, and we did abstain from sex, but we were celibate, and but the attraction was still very high. So there has to be, if you don't have attraction for the person, I don't know. Yeah, that ain't it. I'm sorry. I don't feel like God is gonna put you with someone that's your forever person that you're not attracted to at all.
I agree.
Because there's so much desire and passion and love and marriage, and it's just like if you're not even attracted to the person, I don't what you there for? I don't get it. I don't know.
But you just might have to switch up some of the things that attracts you about
men
in general
or women, whatever it is,
right.
you know.
Right.
Those are just some of the things. It's not like, oh, I'm only dating older guys, or I'm only dating light-skinned guys. So I never liked guys with locks. I dated a guy with locks. Not for me, you know. Not saying that he wasn't like really good looking, very tall, you know, but it was not for me, you know. Not just saying his looks were not for me, but it was just the relationship just wasn't for me. And so I've met and dated heavier guys. Not it. You know, just I mean, not my cup of tea. Yeah, but I mean, and
some people like the big,
and some people like big guys, and that's okay. That's their that's their preference, and so it's just like I tried to date all different types of men. I didn't say, oh, I'm about to only date this type of guy. I just was like, okay, you know, I'm gonna open up the books. I dated guys that, you know, was in the streets, and I dated guys that wasn't in the streets, and I dated guys, and I mean, you know, so I think that me going through that experience allowed me to be able to appreciate my husband even that much more. So, but yeah, we're gonna roll out. Thank you so much
appreciate y'all questions,
for the questions and the
engagement. All of
yes,
us,
for sure.
Appreciate it. It's a great conversation.
Yes, for sure. But all right, we pray that you have a blessed and amazing night.
Count it all joy.
Yes, count it all joy, and we pray that this blessed you as much as it has blessed us.
Yes.
All right.
It could be a lot worse.
Be blessed. Good night. Make sure y'all like and subscribe.
Yeah.